first sign through, did it tend to slow down or speed up?
Yeah.
Right. And so that, we want to make sure that we're locking in with the conductor. Most often that is going to be max, right? So don't make him sweat. Make sure we lock right into that and don't push forward. We're excited, et cetera, and that's a tendency. Then on the second time through, when we have the sousaphone and snare drum, it tends to lock in better, right? That first time, we don't have that. Watch the hands. Is it Indiana O Indiana or Indiana our Indiana?
Our.
We and especially in the end, I think a lot of the crowd, a lot of the students, like especially the basketball teams, I'll hear this like when we do the William Tell timeout. Indiana, oh Indiana, I hear it all that. So you are not a regular student. You are a member of the marching hundred, and you're going to say the right lyrics. Real quick, back to Hale. Chris Nelson, can you go play some piano for me? I'm going to start on the third phrase, Gloriana Frangipana, and making sure that these accidentals, that we're getting those centered, getting all of that phrase in particular. Some of those aren't quite as centered as we do. Can you give us the first couple pitches there? Let me hear just the basses. 2, ready, and.
Gloriana Frangipana, ere to her be true.
Good. Seems pretty centered to me, just right down the middle. Chris, keep playing along this time. This is the tenors. The tenors here. 2, ready, and.
Gloriana Frangipana, ere to her be true.
Good, yeah, right in the middle. Let's do the altos. Ready, and. Good, and sopranos. Ready, and. Everybody that phrase, third phrase, Gloriana. 2, ready, and.
Gloriana Frangipana, ere to her be true.
Great, yeah. And in terms of balance, raise your hand if you're a soprano. Okay, raise your hand if you're an alto. So, right, so the numbers, altos you can always sing out. Raise your hand if you're a tenor. Okay, raise your hand if you're a bass. So now the basses, so you guys, and we're going for this pyramid of sound, right? We want the bass voices to be acoustically, for dull sound equal. We need the bass voice to be a little louder, then the tenors second, then the altos, then the sopranos, right? But altos, we don't have quite the numbers, so just kind of project that out. All right, let's move on to chimes.
Carry your weight. Carry your weight.
Sing these. Sing these chimes. What? These chimes. These chimes. These chimes.
At our leadership retreat, we talked about how chimes is one big crescendo leading all the way up to ever. So make sure that's what we are leading up to all the way at the end. So trombones, take it away. And everyone, if you would please, let's go ahead and focus in. This room has yet to be completely silent. And that's resulted in certain pitches not locking in. So really, really dial it in. Here we go, here's chimes.
Sing these chimes of Indiana, hail to the crimson hue. Sing Sing her praise to Gloriana, hail to our old IU.
And go ahead and relax. So, the biggest thing is that in general, it feels like I'm dragging you behind me. If you would please make sure you're singing right with the hands. And in general, we tend to slow down on every single phrase. Keep the life within it. Let's go ahead and start it again. This is chimes.
Sing ye chimes of Indiana, hail to the crimson hue. Sing her praise to Gloriana, hail to our old IU. Voices joined in chorus, let thy hearts rejoice in praise of those before us.
And go ahead and stop right there. This also happens in alma mater, where on our two fermatas, if what you think about alma mater, when you have ooh, and then here when you have for us, oftentimes we get this like whoa, as opposed to two individual pitches. So make sure you're waiting for the hands for when to change pitch, and you shouldn't gliss in between. Chris Nelson, would you mind playing for us the Hail to Our Old IU measure 8 chord? This is U of IU. This is measure 8. It's right on the whole notes. Ready?
Voices joined in chorus, let thy hearts rejoice in praise of those before us.
Yes.
Sing these chimes of Indiana ever to her be true.
Yes, so much to like there. So I love what you did on Before Us, where we slotted each of those pitches right on the money. And then that last phrase, sing these chimes of Indiana ever to her be true. Be ready to sit in that silence just a little bit to allow that silence to ring through. And you may want to start the word sing just a hair softer so you can have that much of a crescendo all the way to the end. And let's go ahead and sway to this one as well. So let's go ahead and go all the way through chimes from the beginning, and we'll do the transition into Indiana Fight. We'll begin when the room is focused and silent.
Sing these chimes of Indiana, hail to the crimson hue. Sing her praise to Gloriana, hail to our old IU. Voices joined in chorus, let thy hearts rejoice in praise of those before us. Sing these chimes of Indiana ever to her be true. Fight for the King and Crimson, royal sons of our old IU.
Yes, let's go ahead and do that transition. This is right. Thank you. This is right on true. Then make sure the very first 3 pitches you sing of Indiana Fight are all the same pitch. In general, we tend to do this like a little bit of a creep in quarter tones, roughly, on the melody. Make sure the first 3 pitches are all the same. This is, Chris Nelson, if we can have the very last chord, true, and we'll do the transition into fight.
Fight for the cream and crimson, loyal sons of our old Bayou.
Just like on Alma Mater, it seems that we transition from hugging and loving each other all the way down to be ready to clap right on the downbeat of fight, and fight takes like 4 measures for us to clap. So if you would, please, let's do the same thing. So true, let's practice that. In embrace. There we go. And then we'll do the transition, we'll do the whole note, and then during the whole note, when you transition to clap. Here we go, last chord. Excellent. Last chord. So you're going to want to move your hands on true. Try it again.
Fight for the cream and crimson, loyal sons of our old Bayou. Fight for your alma mater and the school you love so true. Fight for old Indiana, see your victory safely through. Go, IU! Fight, fight, fight for the glory of old IU! IU!
Yes, so a lot to like there. Make sure that the word fight is as crisp and clean as we play it. In general, our fight is a bit long. And let's unify, let's do all go IU, just like you do on pregame, so don't clap during go IU, fight, fight, fight. IU? IU! Excellent, one time through, all the way, chimes, and fight.
Sing these chimes of Indiana, hail to the crimson hue. Sing her praise to Gloriana, hail to our old IU. Voices joined in chorus, let thy hearts rejoice in praise of those before us. Sing these chimes of Indiana ever to her be true. Fight for the cream and crimson, loyal sons of our old IU. Fight for your alma mater and the school you love so true. Fight for old Indiana, see her victory safely through. Go, IU! Fight, fight, fight for the glory of old IU. IU!
Yes, lots to like there. Be careful of fight for your alma mater and the school you love so true. That's the time that we like to take off and speed up, so be really careful of that. These are going to sound fantastic. I can't wait for you to do them in the stadium for real and on our game day rehearsals. We will sing both of these at the open rehearsal as well, so if you have some lyrics and notes to memorize, make sure that you're taking care of that before Saturday. All right, winds, we're going to transition to a full wind block here, Red Steppers and Drumline. It's excellent seeing you here, but we're going to go ahead and transition to full winds in concert arts pretty quickly.